Hey y'all, Joe for here, the cranky old gay guy, and today is Halloween. Yeah, I'm not really dressed up, so let me put on a costume real quick. Oh, okay, there we go. I am now fully dressed in my Halloween birthday attire. Today, what happened today? It's just been kind of drizzly and miserable outside, which brings me down. I'd say it brings me down. So I'm washing a dish or a plate or something in the sink, and my kitchen overlooks the street, and I see this lady walking down the street with her dog. I believe it was a French bulldog. And they stop in a little planting strip next to the alley across the street, and her dog takes probably a minute and a half dump. And she's standing there watching. And then the dog is done. And she turns and walks away down the street without picking up her mess. That makes me cranky. There are bags available. They were within eye shot of her on my side of the street. She had one of those little bag things on the leash that was jingling. And there was a bag sticking on it. She could have pulled the bag out and taking care of the poop. I don't recognize her. I don't recognize the dog. So maybe they're new to the area. Maybe they're visiting. But that is no excuse for not picking up your dog's mess. So that got me cranky. That set off the day. Oh, yeah. What else? Traffic. I had to go somewhere today, and traffic was... I don't know. People are just afraid to drive in the rain or something. I wasn't even on a freeway, but it took forever to get anywhere with traffic and people walking out in front of you. Another thing I don't understand. You know, the people that are walking out in front of me, how do I do this without making it a class issue? Because these are people who are not living in houses or apartments. They're living somewhat outdoors. And I know that they are aware of traffic. And they probably know the rules, you know, like you look both ways or you wait for the light and that kind of stuff. But they just don't. And I don't get that. I guess rules just don't apply to them anymore. They've reached that point. So does that make me cranky? It makes me cranky that, yeah, they're going to cause someone a lot of heartache when they get hit, and then that person's going to have guilt when it might not even be the person's fault who hits them. So there's a crank factor there as well. I did go to the gym as well today, and the only cranky thing I had there was this person took up a big section of the floor mat with different weights and things, and they stood there in front of the mirror the entire time I was there. I was there for like 50 minutes. They never moved from that spot. Well, a little bit. But they took up almost 8 feet of stretch space on the fake grass where you do your stretching and watched themselves in the mirror. And then they would stop and walk around and flex. And by the way, this is a female. She wasn't grunting today. Normally when she lifts weights or anything, she yells. I mean, even when she's doing squats, she yells. "Ah!" Like she's a cave woman or something. Today it was just free weights in front of the mirror and some squats in front of the mirror and some pelvic thrusts. And then she would turn around and walk 12 feet to the ropes, and she would do where you would have these big ropes, work the ropes, and she'd do that. She has headphones on this entire time. But she took up 8 feet of space. She's not laying down on the mat at all or stretching out or anything like that. So everything that she was doing could have been done on any other wall in the gym because they're all covered in mirrors. She didn't need to be taking up 8 feet of stretch space, when stretch space is limited there anyway if there's more than 50 people in the gym. And there was more than 50 people because at any one time there's 8 to 10 people trying to stretch out. Well, now there were 4 people stretching out on this big 30-foot section, and each person took up almost 8 feet, which was, wow. I don't know how they do that, but yeah. And no one cared to move for anyone that came up to try to squeeze in. They go, oh, no, I'm using that space. And it's kind of rude. It's disrespectful. It's a shared resource at the gym and a shared space, and you should let other people use it as well and don't just stay there the entire time. Another problem I have with that is that on the stretch space, you will have 2 people will come in as friends. I imagine they're friends because they're chatting. And they will take up a huge space, 8 to 12 feet. And they won't sit, facing the mirror or away from the mirror. They'll sit sideways and spread their legs out and stretch and do this and this. So each one of them is taking up a huge spot. There are 2 people where you could get 6 people in that area and still be comfortable with space. But they don't, and I find that to be very irritating as well. Okay, last week I went to a Halloween party. I was going to go to a Halloween party on Friday, but I had a migraine headache, and I just did not feel like getting dressed up or anything. And that was the kind of like the Greek Roman toga outfit thing, and I'll put a picture here at the end. But the next night, I went to a Halloween party, and I think I talked about this in another video, and it was all Latin. So I think there were 3 Caucasians I noticed, a girl with her boyfriend, a girl with a girl and a guy, and then me. And I understood pretty much nothing what the announcer said. I mean, he was really talking too close to the microphone anyway, but everything's rapido, it's so fast I don't understand it. I did have some conversations. There were a couple people who spoke multi-languages, so one of their languages was English, so we did have a big conversation. One was a choreographer. Interesting conversation. And I think that's about it. Tonight I plan on, it's Halloween, right? I'm going to the Eagle, and it's naked pool night, so I will just wear the costume that I have on. I think it'll be appropriate. And that's about all that's going on today. Sorry this is so short. I didn't know what to do for Halloween as far as making a Halloween video, so I didn't, and I ran out of time today. I mean, time keeps on ticking. Ticking, ticking. Into the future. Where did I hear that before? Ooh, well, people of a certain age will know what that is from. It's a song. Okay, I'm going to let y'all go. Wow, look at that. Look at all that salt and pepper. Thinning scalp and salt and pepper. And I'm using that witch's tonic thing that my sister sent me a recipe for, which is aloe and rosemary, and you put it in your scalp for 2 minutes and rinse it out, or you mix it with your shampoo and you just use it every day. And I'm doing it, but I still have really thin hair up here. It's supposed to make your hair thicker, let the hair that's thinning grow back, and it's also supposed to grow back the natural color, not the gray. But all of that from rosemary. Who would have thunk? And the aloe vera just lets it penetrate deep into the scalp. That's what that's for. Okay, that's all I got today. I'll see you all tomorrow, which is Friday, right? It's Friday. Bye-bye.